Hey you guys, Damon D'Amico here, D'Amico Dance Company in Houston, Texas. This is Jessica Miller, and she's going to help me out with what we covered in our first workshop weekend intensive at Wild West Houston on April 21st. I had a great turnout. Thank you guys so much for coming out and supporting the event. Next one is coming up May 5th, and the dance we'll be working on is Triple Two. But the dance that we did on the 21st, the specialty dance, ended up being Nightclub. And in Nightclub, here's what we ended up doing, okay? First, just talking about the basic for a minute. So we'll both face this way for just a second. Actually, you know what? Why don't you turn and face me, and we'll do that mirror one another, but off to the side, yes? So we ended up doing a basic that works to the side. Starting off with the slow moving side, I like to say push sand. We do a slow, close our feet, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow. Now, when we do this in the basic, this is a cross between the casual version of this dance, which was designed first. Nightclub being the newest dance ever invented that took hold in the United States and elsewhere. Most dances have been around for a long, long time, and Nightclub is the latest dance to actually be adopted and to be spread worldwide, okay? It originally started off as a little bit quicker dance. They did it to like Bryan Adams and stuff like that, top 40 music, but it was a little quicker. It was basically like sideways salsa. It went slow, quick, quick, slow, a little bit more like cumbia, and quick, quick, slow, and it was kind of quick, fast-paced that way. Country dance came along, and we had 7 dances that we were competing in. Waltz was the only slow dance we did. They saw Nightclub and the opportunity because it could be done slow, and they added it to the curriculum as a second smooth dance, slow dance. We started doing it to ballads and slower songs, and they added swing and sway, which made it resemble more like waltz. So the dance was done very smoothly with swing and sway. So we stopped dancing it to faster rhythms. We can still do it, but we don't on a regular basis anymore, right? So what we're doing here is stepping to the side on the slow. And then instead of thinking of this as a rock step, it's not. We're going to place the instep behind the heel. And when you put weight on that foot, it turns the body at the 45. That's where the turn comes from. Most people want to go sideways and rock step backwards, and sideways and rock step backwards, and that's not how the dance is actually done. So we go sideways, place the foot behind, and it turns us to the 45 and step through on the second quick. The second quick in Nightclub, the leg will always be flexed. That leg will not be straight on the second quick throughout the entire dance, because we're then going to use that quad and that hip flexor to send us to a slow, which is an enlarged step. So from there, if the leg is straight, we can't push to that foot. So with that leg being softer, we can use the quad and send us over, and then close the foot again, instep heel. That's what turns my center to the 45, step across and go. One other thing I want to mention, as I close the foot and step across, a lot of people are trying to keep this foot and their belly button facing forward as they step across. It's very awkward, and there's too much turnout here. So remember that turnout is turnout all the time, and it's this much off your center. It's not relative to line of dance. It's relative to where you're facing in the room. So as I go over here slow and I put my foot here, if I'm going to turn to the 45 and step across, my foot is now at the diagonal, and people work too hard to keep that foot pointed this direction so it goes across and side and across and side. What we did in this first workshop is a little crash course to get you ready for the second one, having no experience, which showed you that all you really need is a couple of crossbody leads in this dance, a lady's crossbody lead and a man's crossbody lead with an outside or an inside spin, and you're in business and you're able to do Nightclub effectively and don't look and feel like such a dork, okay? So what we ended up doing was going slow, quick, quick, slow, and we sent the lady across us for a lady's crossbody lead to a running step over here, so that basically made an L. And I can continue to do that action over and over. So it goes quick, quick, slow, and quick, quick, slow, and quick, quick, slow, and quick, quick, slow. If I do that same thing, but I go across her instead, it'll be a man's crossbody lead. So we go slow, quick, quick, slow. I go across her instead of sending her across me, and then I'll take this over here. And I can do that over and over as well. So I can go like this. So that's me moving across her instead of me sending her across me. Me sending her across me, ladies crossbody lead. Me going across her, man's crossbody lead. Now, off of that crossbody lead action, we can give the lady, if we give the lady a crossbody lead, then we can give her an inside spin off that connection. So slow, quick, quick, slow. I give a lady's crossbody lead and ask for that hand, and I give her an inside spin off of that right back to a basic. I can do that same thing again. So I send her across me, pick up that hand, show her an inside spin, and pick her up. If I do a man's crossbody lead, I cannot give her an inside spin, and guys try to do it all the time. Stop it. So when I go across her, I'll pick my hand up to a patty cake, and I'll give her an outside spin instead of an inside spin. Ladies crossbody lead, inside spin. Man's crossbody lead, outside spin. And these are the actions that we worked on. What you'll notice is that somebody always has to travel a greater distance than the other. So it's not always possible for you to close your feet on the first quick. The rule that we like to use is if you can close your feet on the first quick, you should do it. But there are times when I send the lady across me where she would want to close her feet, but I make her travel it instead. We call that a running step. In this case, when I gave her this crossbody lead, we're now going to move to this end of the floor. There's no way that I can catch her if I close my feet here. She does have the opportunity to close here on the quick, taking her left foot back. I would need to do a running step to catch up so that we're even. So one of us may not close our feet. When we don't close our feet on a basic in this dance, we call it a running step. And when we close the feet in this dance is when we call it a basic. And that is the sequence that we ended up doing for the first hour of Nightclub. We hope you find it useful. Please like, subscribe, share this with all your friends. Let them know that we're doing some Nightclub content. And we'll be back for the second class. Thanks.